Everybody, this is the Now Morning Show on TTT. We're also live on Talk City 91.1 FM and on Facebook at TTT Live Online. To all of the people talking about, how great October 27th is. Yes, it is the greatest day ever. Carrie would agree to that as well. Can't say anything more about that. But it is time for us to go over to Tobago, and we're going to talk about turtle watching, the turtle watching season, and turtle adoption. What is that all about? Let's join Tanya Clovis, Save Our Sea Turtles, joining us via Skype from Tobago. Tanya, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I am really, really good this morning. Feeling very excited to chat about turtles this morning.
Great.
All right, so let's talk about Save Our Sea Turtles. What is happening? What is the group doing?
Well, we've been around since 2000, 2001, and we do the patrols on Turtle Beach, Grafton, and Back Bay, which are the main leatherback nesting beaches in Tobago. So we, groups in Trinidad have a different sort of arrangement where they are, the main turtle nesting beaches in Trinidad are covered by the government as protected areas, and they receive support through forestry in that way. In Tobago, we have a very different situation. So the beaches are open access, and the groups all started as volunteers. We receive some funding through the National Monitoring Program with Turtle Village Trust, and that funding has stalled this year. So we're really relying much more heavily than usual on our turtle adoption program and other fundraising methods, selling T-shirts and so on, to help cover a lot of the cost of the patrols. And we're incredibly grateful for everyone who has gotten involved so far, and incredibly grateful to the patrols that remain on the beaches and that have been doing incredible work throughout this whole nesting season.
How many volunteers do you need, or are you looking for?
Well, at this point, we have a very strong contingent of volunteers, that all from the sort of Black Rock, Pleasant Prospect area, so right near the beach, and they remain very active. So what we really need is just a bit more financial support to be able to cover the cost of the patrols. And we receive calls from Trinidad fairly often with people wanting to come turtle watching and that kind of thing. And in Trinidad, your chances of seeing turtles and lots of activity are much greater than in Tobago. But in Tobago, we have this very small but critical population of leatherbacks and hawksbills as well. And the patrols are out until morning or all night because as you see from the picture. So we're really hoping to get a little bit more financial. We have tremendous moral support from the House of Assembly and from the general public sentiment around turtle watching. And in Tobago, we have a bit of a problem with turtle poaching. But on the main beaches that we cover, because of the consistency of the patrol effort, we've seen a lot of things change. And we're really excited about that. But we still need a bit more financial support to be able to really do everything that needs to be done.
So if people want to give financial assistance, how do they do that?
Well, we have our website. They can get in touch through the website. They can email us. They can get in touch through Facebook. And we can send them more information about our turtle adoption program. And we also have sponsorship packages that are also available. And some of the local businesses, like the Starfish Tobago Resort, formerly Rex Turtle Beach, they've been very supportive as well. And we hope by the end of this year to have an information center actually at Turtle Beach in collaboration with the hotel, where people will be able to come to an actual direct place and get more information on the ground. Because as it is, over the years, we've focused entirely on our work on the beach and keeping our footprint very small in that way. And so anything that comes to us goes straight into the patrol effort.
Right. So hopefully people can go onto the website and get some more information on that. But I just want to focus a little bit on the turtle adoption. So when you say turtle adoption, it is like adopting a child, basically. You apply and you get a turtle with the nest.
Well, there are adoption programs for wildlife conservation projects. They're nice for people to get more involved and to also support the work a little bit more. So It's not quite the same as getting.
No, I know it's not the same, but I'm
roam throughout the whole northern
the
Atlantic.
general idea.
So if you use what we do, we tag the turtles.
Right.
So every turtle has a unique identity.
Right.
You get an adoption certificate, and with the turtle that has the unique identity, and if she doesn't already have a name, you have an opportunity to give her a name. Oh.
I get it now.
And the same turtle ideally nests repeatedly through the season. So at the end of the season, we can give you a report of all of her activity. However, sometimes they are only passing through and only nest here once or twice. So there's no guarantee that your turtle that we will see her many, many times. But if we do, we will let you know. The same turtle comes back every couple of years to nest again. So they don't nest every year, usually, but every other year. And so when we see her again, we'll let you know. And so it's a nice way to know. And what we find too is people will adopt a turtle for like their grandchild, or us classroom will adopt a turtle. And although we don't satellite tag turtles, so you can't follow her on her journey, there are a number of satellite tagged leatherbacks out there, and they all follow, they lime together. So once we find that the process of adopting a turtle, especially for like a classroom or something, gives, or especially for children, gives them an opportunity to really find out more and to be a bit more invested in the conservation effort. And they just feel a lot more involved. And we also then can have regular contact with them based on the...
I really, really do love this idea of adopting the turtle. And yes, your idea is way better than what I was thinking. Carrie, so if Carrie and I want to adopt a turtle, right, what do we do?
You email SOS Tobago at info@sos-tobago.org, and we will then send you the link for either making the contribution by PayPal, or you can deposit directly to a bank account. We find out whether you want to name a turtle or whether you want you're okay with one that already has a name. And then we will send you your adoption certificate. Your name will go into our database with your turtle, and we will continue to keep you up to date on any activities any other times that we see her, whether it's during this season or in future seasons.
Carrie, do you want to adopt a turtle?
Yeah,
yes,
why not?
you do.
I love the leatherback turtles. Like, I haven't gone turtle watching in quite a long time.
Me too. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I love them, and the fact that they come back to that nesting spot every time, and I've actually seen the turtles emerge from the sand and make their way to the sea.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And if I could just on one other quick note, with people coming over for the holidays and so on, just to remind people that when a nest hatches like that, there's no evidence of where the nest was on the sand. And we have a little bit of an issue with people joyriding on beaches like Grafton and Turtle Beach. And it's really not okay to be driving on the turtle nesting beaches. And it's something that can damage nests irrevocably. And you don't always know where a nest was. Because you would have noticed when you saw the babies coming out of the sand, there was no big nest evident.
Yeah, exactly.
They just started coming out, right?
Yeah, so, a couple of years ago,
people will sometimes look, especially as we get later down into the season, people will look at a beach and think there's nothing going on there, but there's still a whole nest incubating under the sand.
Honestly,
so we still need to be really careful about driving on the beach.
I don't know why anybody would drive on the beach to begin with,
on
honestly.
the beach.
I have one reason. Listen, a couple of years ago, I was down in the, I believe it was after Las Cuevas going down there.
Right.
We went to do a turtle nesting piece, and people were driving on the beach. And when you stopped and asked them, they were like, they don't know that it was turtle nesting season. And in my mind, I'm like, what? How could you not know? There are signs all over.
Right.
We've put little signs and so on, and people will drive right past them.
Exactly.
So every opportunity to remind people to please don't drive on the beach.
Well, hopefully they listen this time. Hopefully they listen.
I think people just shouldn't be driving on the beach to begin with.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is what we always wonder.
So
no driving on the beach and no building fires on the beach, please.
Well,
they can
hopefully
cook the
people
nest
take that advice.
Yeah, that's right.
And we will continue to push that no driving on the beach and turtle nest. It's something that is so
So basic. It seems like common sense.
well.
Really.
Well, Carrie used the phrase common sense. I don't want to say anything as relates to that. Tanya, can you just give us the website one more time?
It's www.sos-tobago.org. And
Alright,
you can also find us on Facebook.
Yeah, it's all about saving our turtles, saving our sea turtles. Thank you very much, Tanya Clovis, for joining us this morning, talking about the turtle nesting season, turtle watching season, and of course the turtle adoption program. And who knows, check out their website. You might find something that interests you, and you know they need their financial assistance as well, because it's ours that we need to protect it.
Exactly.
All right, we take a break and come back to it.